All right, welcome back to the Ambitious Journey podcast. I am Daharan.
And I am Drake. Welcome back.
Yes, we are here. We are here for another one. I am in extremely good spirits and in a great mood. Tomorrow is my birthday.
You beat me to the punch. I was going to say, by the time everyone's listening to this, everyone wished Dahran happy birthday, but
Oh yeah,
but you beat
Thanks,
me to
man.
it, so I should have stuck with it, I guess.
No, yeah, man. Man, I've been thinking about it today because I was just like, dang, bro, I'm about to be 28. Like, that's just crazy. I'm officially like in the middle of my late 20s, and I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know how to process that information. I mean, I'm obviously gonna keep on living my life, but like, I don't know. It's it's an interesting spot to be in, but I'm happy to be here for my birthday. So I was actually just joking with my mother, saying I was like, "Man, I can't wait till I start having kids. I'm gonna tell them like how rough my 20s were, just, just stuff like that." So yeah, but yeah, man, I'm feeling good. How you feeling?
Hey, man, glad to be alive.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah,
wait, are you still down in Florida?
yeah. I'm still in Florida. Came down for the national championship game. And,
Yeah.
man, what an experience! I'll tell you that. Uh, so we game was on Monday. Flew out
Hmm.
of Atlanta Monday morning. Um, got it on here middle afternoon. Game wasn't until like 8 o'clock, so I had a little bit of time.
Hmm.
I've been to a lot of sporting events, a lot of concerts, a lot of events that you buy tickets for in my life.
Yeah, yeah.
Normally, I wait till the last second to buy them because normally ticket prices drop. So
Right.
normally, like, all right, last second, people are just going to try to sell them. It doesn't happen with the national championship for anybody wondering.
Not everybody wants to go. Yeah.
So the
Everyone
tickets
wants.
went up like more and more and more as the day went on. And I was just like the closer to kickoff, the more expensive the tickets got. And I was like,
Mm.
this is kind of frustrating, but like whatever. So I was looking at everything. Like I was just gonna like whatever. Like I'm getting tickets. Like it's the national championship game.
Hmm.
So I'm looking at all the ticket websites, no free ads, and then I'm looking at a place that you can buy stuff off that people sell off of. I'm sure you know what it is.
Yeah, yeah, oh, yeah.
And but also no free ads. But there's a lot of there's a lot of scammers on there, so
Facts.
you kind of have to pay attention. So like I'm texting people like pretty much for the last week, like, hey, are these tickets still available? If so, can you please send proof of tickets? All these kind of things, and you get like some people send you like this bogus picture of like this fake receipt, all this kind of thing. So I mean, you see it, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. But so I mean, obviously, I found nobody on there that actually had real tickets. I was like, all right, whatever. About 6 o'clock roll. Oh, I guess it was about 5:30 rolls around. I'm like, all right, let's go get some food, get a couple drinks, because by the time I get to the stadium, after I pay for all these tickets, like I do not want to
Yeah.
be paying $11 for no drinks.
Man.
So, anyways, that happens. I'm like stressing at this point, looking for tickets the whole time. Just like, all right, what are we gonna get? What are we gonna get? And then I find a guy on said third party thing, and he was like cash only, and I was like, if you will meet me at the gate, scan the tickets, I'll give you the money. Like
Right.
basically saying like if these tickets work, I'll buy them, but like
Exactly.
nothing beforehand.
No.
So like
No. Yeah.
I get to the stadium. I mean, we're maybe 20 minutes till kickoff. I'm like trying to find like an ATM. I'm like, all right, the next, I'm at one gate. The ATM is at the other gate, but like across the street at the bank. And then
Uh-huh.
I go to the bank, and then like, bro, the ATM is like a drive-through ATM. So I was like, all right, I guess I'm gonna walk through this. So like
Yeah.
I like go try to use it, it doesn't work. So I was like,
Oh God.
okay, whatever. And then I see like there's a Walmart. So like I like run over to Walmart, doesn't let me pull out the amount of money that I need. Like I only
Mm.
have like part of it. So
Hmm.
I like text the guy, I was like, hey bro, I got half of it. I can like PayPal you the rest or something. Like
Yeah.
that's all I can do. And he was like, that's fine, whatever. Go to that gate. Dude doesn't show up for like doesn't show up period. But like I'm sitting there like waiting. Like we're like right at kickoff.
Right.
Nothing, nothing, nothing. And then like there's like people like guys walking around like selling one ticket, selling one ticket. But I needed two, so I was like, I'm not buying
Yeah.
one ticket. Like that's not happening. So this guy like, I'll be like 5 minutes. I'll be like 5 minutes. Does it like three times, and I'm just like, all right, whatever. So I get online and just like purchase tickets. But like, bro, when I tell you I sprinted from this ATM to the stadium to try to make kickoff. Bro, oh my gosh, what a stressful time. But ended up waiting till like right after kickoff. Ticket prices dropped like significantly right after, and was able to get like one of 2 tickets available.
So
And
you didn't get it from the guy?
no, he didn't show up. So I was just like, whatever, bought him online and went in. 'Cause I was tired of waiting, bro. But it was so stressful because I was like,
What did the guy? Did he follow up later? Like,
no.
did he die? Like what?
Good question.
Because the thing is, like, what? I mean, I guess unless he sold them to somebody else, like, what benefit are they to him just to have?
Literally, that's the point. That
Yeah,
or like
it's like,
that or they like it was just like a sham the whole time, like tickets weren't real. But I feel like,
I mean, I guess I was gonna say, like, what's the point of going through all that effort? But I mean, you're looking at making a couple of grand off those, so like,
yeah,
I mean, yeah, no, it makes sense as to why you would continue. No,
yeah.
that makes sense.
But man, it was crazy. I missed kind of what I would say is potentially one of the biggest parts of the game with Trey Sermon getting hurt. Like first play of the game, missing that. I missed the first Ohio State drive. I mean that's a game changer. I don't think it's a 24-point game changer. But I mean it's definitely
Trey Sermon.
I mean I think he can score 2 touchdowns, maybe 3. Keeps it close for sure. And definitely in a lot of situational things, I think it's definitely an impact. But I'm not going to sit here and say, "Hey, Trey Sermon got hurt the first play. That's why Ohio State lost." Their defense played booty.
I
And we can
mean,
get into that in a second, but
we can dive into that further.
Yeah.
I definitely do think you can attribute him to some of that. But yeah, we can get into that though.
Yeah, but what an experience though, bro. They didn't even not even 15,000 people.
Really? So you had fun though, like regardless.
Oh my gosh, dude! I still don't even have words really to describe it. Like,
really?
even
Well, wait, what stadium was that? I saw them like posted or something like
it's
that.
the Hard Rock Stadium. It's where the Dolphins play.
Okay.
Actually, University of Miami plays there too.
Yeah.
With where the Orange Bowl is, all that, and then they played like basically the national championship, Super Bowl. That's what the Super Bowl was last year, when the Chiefs won. But so it's
when they showed that aerial view of it, like it was a good looking stadium.
Yeah, it's really, really, really nice. It's a lot better than what it used to look like, because they did the renovations when they changed it. They changed it to some other name, and then and then Hard Rock got it a couple years ago. But now, man, this stadium, these renovations are insane. It's so nice.
Yeah. No, I've always thought about, like, I think we talked about this last episode, but like going to like a national championship game, but just like going to a big game or just a big game like that in general, and just I think it would be so much fun. I want to, but in my head, I got like planned out what teams I need to go see first.
Yeah.
And then all other teams can like come after that. Already kind of messed up my hockey one by going to see the Preds. I didn't really want to go see that game, but I went. Like, not that the Preds aren't a good team. It's just that I didn't want that to be my first hockey game. Like, I wanted it to be something else and then go from there. But I'm still holding out on like my first baseball game, like MLB game, NFL game. Still holding out. Have I seen a college? I guess I technically went to a college bowl game. It wasn't my choice though. My coaches in high school took all the seniors to that bowl game. So
yeah, I mean it counts, but
yeah, I mean, but yeah. So no, I think that would be something that's super special though.
Yeah, the crazy thing is with COVID, like.
Yeah.
Normally, that's going to be. I think that stadium probably holds somewhere in the 40 to 50,000 at least.
I think it's way more than that, bro.
It might be close.
As far as like who would come.
Yeah, well, it might be like I think capacity wise, it might be close to like 50, 60. I don't know the exact capacity on the stadium.
Do they do standing tickets at those games?
Normally, yes, but not this year.
Right. I was gonna say I know in baseball they do a lot of those standing tickets.
Oh yeah.
So I didn't know if they did that for that, but yeah, man, we got a lot to cover today, a lot to get into. So good. It's good to hear that your Florida trip went well. How much longer are you staying there?
Fly out in the morning. So by the time everyone hears this, I will be home and on my way to work probably.
Okay. Yeah. Let's dive right into it today. I guess since we already kind of brought up college, you want to kind of go into college football and kind of go from there?
Yeah, we need to talk about if anybody's ever gonna be better than Nick Saban.
Man. Buddy, what is he won? This is his 7th?
6th at Alabama, 7th overall.
gosh, dude, that so, you know, somebody said something crazy the other day. They were like, so hypothetically, if every player that he ever recruited stayed at Alabama,
Mm-hmm.
they all have won a ring.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yo, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, because he's never won more than 3 years without a ring since his time at Alabama. And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah, I mean, yeah, you know, like if you think about, if a guy doesn't leave and he stays there his time,
Mm.
yeah, he's got a ring.
And sometimes
Like,
too.
yeah, like I was like, man, that's so crazy. Um, and I've seen people talk about like comparing that Alabama offense to the LSU offense we saw last year.
Mm-hmm.
Whew. No, that would be a matchup for the ages.
The thing is that Alabama defense is not as good, I don't feel like, as that LSU defense was. That's the only thing.
Okay, I can see that. I thought you were going to say as Alabama defenses in the past.
That is also true. But I mean, that LSU
Yeah.
team last year was all three phases: offense, defense, special teams. They were the team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, that Alabama team, like, focusing in on their defense, it was definitely their weaker point, which is weird to say because they've always kind of been strong for defense and I guess weaker on offense.
Yeah. Well, I think they had a lot of injuries. I think that was part of it,
Yeah.
especially
Yeah.
up front. I mean, because their secondary is good. Patrick Surtain is absolutely
Or
disgusting
why do I feel like he's been there for forever?
because he has
Is he a 4 year?
has to be.
For I didn't I feel like I mean I still feel kind of silly like even asking now, but like I asked myself during the game, like when I saw that I was like, yo, bro, okay, is this like this dude's brother or like is you know what I'm saying? I was like, is this him?
Yeah.
Because I feel like I've seen him, like I've seen that name so much already.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like maybe you know he's like one of those 3 year. Well, I mean I guess he would have to be a 3 year guy, you know, like to where he's been playing since he was a freshman. Like I'm like, yo, this dude's old as hell. like, I don't know. Like, dude, I don't know. But I feel like when I was like, dang, that dude's still there. Like, it's just kind of crazy to me.
Yeah, I'll always remember him though because he has. So his name is Patrick Surtain, and his number's 2. I think it's Patrick Surtain the second. He wears number 2. He has a gold PS2 controller chain because his initials are PS2. So,
No, that's kind of dope.
yeah, it's super dope. So I like saw that and I was like, all right, this guy wins.
I like this guy. No, yeah, man. No, Alabama, they look great. Even Ohio State, I think. Okay, going into that point that we were kind of touched on a little bit. Trey Sermon, who used to be a Sooner,
Mm-hmm.
then you know graduated, went on to Ohio State. Bro, you said the point of you don't think that was a 24-point differential maker.
Mm-hmm.
A part of me says yes, he was that, and the reason why I say that is because when you have Trey Sermon back there, you know who can give you two, possibly 300 a game. I mean that's on an absolute amazing day, but
Right.
two is very
It's
reachable.
exactly what he's done against Northwestern in the Big Ten championship and against Clemson in the other playoff game.
Exactly, like very two. Man, that's very reachable for him in any game. Like it's like you're like if he touches two, you're like oh, okay, yeah. I mean that makes sense. Yeah, he did that. So I could see him being in the game, making them have to stay more honest to defending the run, which does open up some bigger ones. Because I mean, y'all had that guy. What's his name? Oclave.
Olave, Chris Olave, the receiver.
Olave, yeah. Dude, okay, when it was against Clemson, when they had that running game going and he was going over the top of that play action, oh, you couldn't touch him.
Mm-mm.
Like, you couldn't get a hand on the guy. So it was like Justin Fields out there throwing 50, 60-yard bombs in the air. Like, I mean, what do you do with that? I think that would have been the same case with Alabama. They would have been play action, go over the top. I mean, because that guy still had a solid game. I mean, it was obviously outshined by Alabama's offense. Doggone Devontae Smith.
Yeah.
Almost. What do you have? 215, 3 touchdowns in the first half.
In the first half.
Like, come on, bro. That's literally video game numbers. That's not even real. So, like, it's just I definitely think that guy. I mean, he could have gave you not maybe that, but something close to that.
Yeah, I mean,
That
hell,
offense could
he
got
gives you
rolling more.
2 touchdowns, I think. I mean, but
Oh
I
yeah,
also think the biggest thing is situational football. Like, there's a lot of times when they had to rely on Master Teague to get the ball on a second and long or a really bad play call, in my opinion, on third and longs to try to get some yards for field position, things like that.
right.
But I mean, you give that to the Sermon, and that could be a first down, could be a touchdown.
Exactly. And I do have to give T credit. I mean, I think he played well. Because he was a starter there for a while, and then Sermon took over his spot
So
as running back.
he was a freshman last year behind Dobbins, got some carries. He was projected to be the starter this year, but then he was for a little bit, but then Sermon just kind of took over. I mean,
Right.
we obviously see why. Um,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
so I mean, he's a young kid, sophomore, from Murfreesboro, played at Blackman. So he's a
Yeah, okay. That makes sense because I heard everybody like kind of like cheering him on and like talking about him and stuff.
yeah.
He looks a little bit older though.
He does look
Like,
old. He's also big as hell.
yeah, he is, bro. Like that dude, his quads, I was like, holy crap, bro. Chill out in the weight room. Like,
Yeah.
man. So yeah, I think that guy, I think he had a like big I don't want to say big shoes to fill, but like kind of big
Yeah.
shoes to fill
Yeah.
in a way. Like there was a lot of expectation, or like it was gonna take he was gonna have to go crazy in order for Alabama to honor the run game.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, they knew, hey, we can put freaking 5, 6 DBs on the field, go with a couple of linebackers, and we'll be all right. We don't even have to go with like a true D line. You know what I mean? Like the stuff they could run a lot of different schemes to help with coverage.
And I feel like
So,
Ohio State was trying to. I don't know what the game plan was, to be honest with you. Like looking back at everything, but
mhm.
obviously Fields probably was not at 100%.
Oh yeah, bro. There's no. You remember when he got hit, for real that one time, and he got up like,
Yeah,
uh,
and
that.
he walked to the sideline, didn't even
No, he
jog.
did.
Yeah,
Yeah. Like it took him a moment to get it up, and then that was his first real hit of the game. Every other time, it's kind of just knockovers and stuff. But he got hit for real, and you could see my man was in pain. He probably had some broken ribs, more than likely.
probably has to be. I mean,
Um,
they did it was an undisclosed injury, so they didn't release anything of what it was. So like,
yeah,
there's
bro.
no because like if he released the injury and then played, there'd be a lot of backlash for it. So they're just gonna keep it as undisclosed.
Well, also too, people would be getting for it. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's the same. I mean, okay, if you see a guy with an ankle brace on, you every time you tackle him, you try to hit him in that leg.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's the same kind of deal. So like, I would imagine if I'm on defense, I'm trying to get this guy out of here. I'm not trying to end his career, but I just want him out of this game. I want the next guy up so I can rattle that guy too, because he just saw what happened and he's like, "Whoa, I didn't expect to play today."
Yeah.
So like, you know what I mean? That's what I want to happen. So if I would have known it was ribs, even if the shot isn't like right when I'm getting some type of shot in on his ribs at some point. So I could see why they wouldn't disclose that.
Yeah, especially national championship, you got to do everything you can to win at that point. And
Yeah,
if that means taking out the best team's player, so be it.
it is what it is.
Yeah, we're not saying dirty hits or anything, but like just a contact
No,
sport. It's a contact
bro.
sport. So
I
like,
mean, you're being aggressive. You're playing football. Like,
mhm,
I mean, go in there. Especially if you're on the D line, you can touch him every play if you wanted to.
mhm,
Like, I would, I would, I would just be annoying. Like, if he was trying to, if he just threw a ball and he's trying to step to the side, and I would be right there. So he would have to run into me. Like, I would just be annoying. Every time I did get a chance to hit him, I would hit him. Every time, like, if he was like getting up off the ground, I would be extra and like roll over to him. Just random stuff, just to be annoying, and maybe cause him to be in a little bit of achy pain. So he's like, "Yo, I got to get out of this game."
yeah,
Take him out, whether it be actual like him, leaving the game on his own, like he's hurt, or mentally he's just out of it and he's playing so bad, you remove him from the game, and you're like, mission accomplished.
yeah. Uh,
We did it.
One thing I think about like watching that game back, because obviously first half, or I mean, I guess not really the first half, full first half, but majority of the first half was pretty good. First quarter was great, and then
Mhm.
like start of the second quarter was really good, and then it just kind of Alabama just kind of took over. Because it was 35-17 at halftime, And I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, this gonna be over
Well,
quick.
I didn't expect them to score that many points so early. Like I expected both teams to like turn it on late, but not
Hmm.
that early. I feel like all of them kind of came out so hard, like yo, we got to score right now. Put up as many points as you can. Like
Hmm.
both teams had that mindset,
Yeah.
and so I think that's why we saw such a big first half.
And I think that's the only way to beat both those teams, to be honest, is just to score as much as you can, as fast as you can.
Yeah.
'Cause
Oh yeah.
even at halftime, Saban said, like in his interview, he said like there's no scoreboard to me.
Yeah. It's just
So like
about how. Yeah.
he was playing football. Like there's no scoreboard here. We're here to win.
Yeah, man. Is Nick Saban the best coach we've ever seen
I think so.
as far as college goes? Right.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't feel like we've seen coaches go from pros to college, college to
Yeah.
pros, and their career's not the same. It's two different games. And with when in like college, you do have to worry about recruiting, and you do have to worry about kids
Right.
staying out of trouble. You have to worry
Uh-huh.
about a lot of extra shit other than football.
Yeah, see, okay, as much as this kind of pains me a bit, I do think I would have to put him over Bob Stoops
Yeah,
because Bob Stoops. Whoa, bro, why are you saying it like, yeah, like it's just a.
because I don't think there's any compare. I don't think we'll ever see what Saban's doing again.
Right. I can agree with that. As far as the natties go. But Saban hasn't won as many conference championships as we have.
Yeah, I get it, but I
And to
mean,
me, that's important. It's like you should win your conference and then win the natty. It shouldn't be you can lose your conference and then win the natty. You can't. My whole spill on this is I'm sure you've heard it before. Uh, you cannot be a national champion if you aren't a local champion. It doesn't make sense.
I agree.
Like you
That's
can't
why I
be
don't agree with Notre Dame even having a chance on other years when they're not in the ACC like this year.
right. Exactly. It's like like when they rank those players, they're like he's number 1 in Tennessee, but he's only ranked 53rd in the country. Okay, that makes sense. But like
Mhm.
you can't be number 2 in or number 3 in your conference but number 1 in the country. No, that doesn't make sense. It's and everybody, it's the best teams. It was just a bad day. Well, I'm sorry. Bad days count. That's what happens. That's why your team should play hard every game. I didn't make that. That's how that works. And it's just like, so I can't give. I want to give. I do. I guess I do give Saban full. He is better, but I think if I had to build a team, that's gonna sound stupid, so I don't even want to say it. Because someone's gonna be like, "Oh, you're taking." I was gonna say I would take Bob Stoops just because of what he's done, what he did for 15 years, 16 years,
No, I agree.
bringing 12, 11, 12 conference championships, uh, two two titles, and I think like 4 appearances.
Yeah, I mean, you
Like
also got to talk about those Heisman winners as well, and then like the
exactly,
Heisman
bro. You
finalists.
got
Like he did a lot of similar things to Saban, I will say, especially like
yeah.
early 2000s when USC was really running the game.
Oh yeah, you just thinking about just his last little run from what like 15 to 17, or I think it has to be from 10 to 13 because I think Riley took over in like 17 or 18. I can't remember, somewhere right around there, 16, 17, 18, somewhere right in there. But it's like even then he had Sam Bradford. Um, like he, I'm pretty sure, did he win the Heisman?
he did. He won it over Tebow that year,
Yeah, yeah.
and then
Like,
Florida
you know what I
destroyed.
mean? He had these guys were like Saban was still he was getting beat by Florida. Like,
Yeah,
you know, like, it was those things were happening. He's always when we were actually 12 teams, when we were actually like big time teams, when we had Missouri, Nebraska, Texas A&M, Texas, Colorado, like when we were actually like big dogs in the game, he was winning and winning natties on top of that. So I think, but I do have to commend Saban for winning so many natties. But at the same time, I'm like, there is a tad bit of an asterisk there.
dude. But
Just
think about the teams that Saban the years the handful of years that he has not won a national championship at Alabama. Think about the teams that have won it. So I mean, you have
right.
uh, when we're talking about that Auburn team with Cam Newton.
Right.
We're talking about
Did they beat that Georgia team? I can't
No, they beat Oregon. It was
no, a couple years ago. You remember? And I think didn't they lose to Clemson?
They lost to Clemson twice.
Right.
And then
you remember when Georgia beat Oklahoma?
Yeah, and then Alabama beat them.
Right. Okay. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, that year still bothers me a lot, bro.
I mean, I understand why.
Yeah.
And then we're talking who else has won the national championship in that time frame? Ohio State. They won one. That was like a year with like a Bosa, Ezekiel Elliott on the team.
Right.
Come on. And then, I mean, like these teams that have won the national championship when Saban hasn't are still ridiculous. So it's like, this LSU team last year, little. I mean, a team to forget about. One of the greatest teams we potentially have ever seen.
Ever, bro. Yeah. I don't know if you can craft up a better college team to get so many guys on board to all execute their jobs that efficiently. Like, I mean, because I would have to look at the tape, but I don't know how many mistakes they made that game.
Oh, how about that year? I don't think they made any mistakes that whole year.
You know what I mean? Like that's what sets them apart. It's not the score. It's not how bad they beat people. It's like those. I mean, the score only translates what they did well. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a I guess not a weak, but a very small representation of how well they executed game plans and like going out on the field. Those guys, like, I bet their film sessions were just like, yeah, you guys did that exactly how it was drawn up. Awesome. Next slide. You know what I mean? Like, it was, they weren't off too much. You know what I mean?
I agree.
I will have to go back and look, but I don't think there's many games you can look at from that team and be like, yo, this game was atrocious, but you pulled it off on talent. It was like, no, you executed game plan and you beat them on talent.
And they even did that to Bama last year too. And that was obviously the biggest game for them with Tua and then 2 first-round receivers and Judy and Ruggs. And they still had Waddle and Devontae Smith on the team, which we saw what they did this year. Obviously, Waddle with the sample size before the injury.
Yeah, man, I was going to say, I felt bad for him. I saw him on the field. Man, he was trying his best. It looked like he was like one of those cramps that just wouldn't go away.
Well, no, bro. He's not fully recovered. He broke an ankle not even fully 3 months ago, and he's out there playing, bro. Come on.
Oh, okay. That's what that was? All right.
So he should not have been out there. But, yeah, I mean, he couldn't even run straight. But somebody said it best. They said in a season of opt-outs, we have players like Jalen Waddle.
Yeah, bro.
That's heart, bro.
Absolutely, because that guy, I mean, if he sits out, he's still going to the league. That dude is going to the league.
They're gonna have 2 first-round draft picks again.
Yeah, so it's like that guy right for him. That just showed how much it meant to him, bro. Like he wanted to be in it. Yeah, man. I do have to just their wide receiver. You never think of Alabama for wide receivers. Like they have those ones like Julio Jones.
But when you think about it, that list is long. Amari Cooper.
Yeah,
Calvin Ridley.
It's weird because it's like you know them for defense and running the ball. You know, like at least that's what when I think of Alabama football, I think of it's going to be some big boys on the front line. It's going to be a fantastic defense, and they're going to run the ball until you can't take it anymore, and you're just giving up touchdowns. Now, I don't know why. I mean, because they've shown it. Yeah, they've produced some great receivers, but that's the first thing I think of. I would imagine most people think of that, like that. You know,
I mean, when you have Heisman winning running backs, Derrick Henry, Mark Ingram, now you have Marty Smith, you had Trent Richardson. You have
you know what I'm saying? Like so so right. So like,
and I even left off like T.J. Yeldon and Kenyon Drake. Like, dude,
exactly.
It's an endless list.
Or I mean, look at this year. Najee Harris got overshadowed by Devontae Smith. Najee Harris had 1,600 yards or something like that.
Yeah.
Like that's not just a like good job, bro.
Yeah.
My man's putting up numbers, bro. Like
And he was being a receiving back too.
exactly. He scored 3 touchdowns in the national championship. Everybody was like, "Cool, Devontae Smith."
Dude,
Like,
he scored 5 in the SEC championship game.
bro, and nobody even batted an eye. Like, but that's crazy because that's how I think of like Alabama is running backs, defense, traditional like what is it, 3 yards in a cloud of dust in defense. That's what I think of, and it's like. I mean, no, they're much more than that. So I guess this is me really just speaking to how good Saban is. Dang, bro. I don't really want to give it to him, but I guess I got to. He earned it.
I mean, it definitely is tough. Like, man, listening to Alabama fans celebrate was definitely not fun. But I mean,
God, dude. Rude head. Rude head. Shut up. Okay.
but so obviously, any stadium that allows fans has social distance seats. Like, they had like all these seats like marked off. They had like 2 open here or 2 open here or like 4 open here, like random spots, right? We were upper deck, like 17th row. So we were about halfway up on the upper deck there. The people behind us, I mean, I don't know where they came from, to be honest with you, but I mean, they were definitely somewhere towards the top.
Yeah.
At the end of the game, of course, 4 of them come try to like stand at these 2 seats that are a few rows in front of us. And like, I get it. The game is over, like scoreboard wise, but the game had a few minutes left.
Right.
I'm still trying to watch the game. I just paid for national championship tickets. I'm gonna sit here and watch it to the last whistle.
Exactly.
I'm gonna watch Alabama raise this.
I'm gonna watch the referees leave this bad boy.
Yes.
I'm gonna watch the confetti.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I did. I watched every. I was like one of the last people out of the stadium. So
yeah.
And so I was like, yeah, like I'm gonna try to watch this game. And these Alabama fans just standing there, and I was just like, please go back to your seats.
Go away.
So, but yeah, Alabama fans celebrating. It's not fun, but I think we're not going to get to experience Bama being bad till Saban leaves.
Oh yeah. I think Saban has definitely solidified himself as far as like college football great coaches go, and I definitely think he has a lot more in the tank. I mean, what, he's 69.
His wife don't want him at home, so
yeah. Go away.
Go coach some more football.
So, and I don't even think like a guy like that. Who is it? You remember Joe Paterno at Penn State? A guy like that, when they get into that groove, it's them. That's their soul. That's what keeps them going. As sad as this is to say, what Joe Paterno died, 6-7 months after he officially retired, after that whole scandal came out, which I still to this day, bro, I'm not even a Penn State fan, but anybody watching, anybody listening, I hold true to what Joe Paterno said. He had no idea that was going on.
Yeah, I don't think he was.
I really don't, bro.
I think that Sandusky guy was, but I don't. Obviously, Sandusky was involved, but I think
absolutely
it was all hidden from.
Yeah, bro. You're talking about late 50s throughout a man's 60s. Like, bro, he just he cares about those X's and O's, who got in this locker room, who's showing up for this. Like, he's almost on autopilot at that point.
Yeah,
bro.
Exactly. He's not paying attention to all the behind the scenes.
Exactly. Like, that's what he hired you for. Like, for you to do that stuff. He's not. He shows up to like the mandatory ones. You know, those 5-star recruits that are in between this or that. He shows up to their houses, their family get-togethers, because hey, that's how you win people over. But he's not doggone like, I wonder what these guys are doing today. Let me see what they're doing. He's not checking into all that stuff, bro. So I really feel like he had no idea.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but, people. But people tried to kill him at that point. For that, like, I mean, he still had a core of people, that really cared and stuff, and they were like, no, we stand with you. But man, they tried to, I guess, kind of slander him like through the news about it, and I was just like, something about this just seems weird. Like, I mean, the guy he did like one little quick interview outside his house, and he was like, no, I had no idea. He seemed like he didn't know. I mean, sure, he can try to fool people, but what's the point of fooling somebody when you're that old?
Yeah.
It's. I mean, you're gonna die. You might as well tell them the truth anyway.
You're losing your job either way. So like,
yeah, you know what I mean. So it's like, yeah, there was no upside because what they relieved him of duties, or what they say they parted, however they cleaned it up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he got fired.
Yeah, and it's like because that guy, I'm pretty sure he had it was him and Tommy Bowden who were they were the only coaches that had Bobby Bowden. Okay,
Yeah,
they had lifetime contracts. Yeah, and it's like, I mean, that is a way to screw up a lifetime contract, but it's like, bro, that guy didn't have anything to do with it. Sure, it was facilitated under his watch, but it wasn't under his watch, bro. Like, this dude is in his 60s.
He was at home asleep in his recliner at 5:30 after his wife gave him dinner.
Bro, like, my man worked from doggone probably 6 a.m. to 6, 7 o'clock at night on X's and O's, getting ready, watching tape. He ran through the meetings, and he went to the house and had dinner with his wife and went to bed, bro. Like, that's about every 60-year-old person.
Yep.
I don't feel like this dude was like, it's just, I don't know, man. But I feel like I get it. The head coach has to take responsibility, but it's like, don't do a legend like that, bro.
Yeah, no, I agree. But I definitely agree with like Saban getting to that age. Like, I feel like Saban's going to be like 85, 90 years old, saying, bro, "I'm not done yet." He's gonna be Jordan. He's gonna be Jordan Belfort from Wolf of Wall Street. I'm not leaving.
I'm not leaving, bro. My man is getting. I could honestly. I know we're kind of joking a little bit, but no. But being serious, like, quite a bit. No, I could genuinely see like Saban at 85.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Rolling out there on like a little cart and just being like, "No, we're here. This is the time."
Yep.
Like, I'm still coaching until I die. I'm coaching this team right here.
I think he's going to try to win as many as he can, because I think, as much as this pains me to say, because I really do not like this man, and I don't. It just irks me, but yeah. Dabo has done a very good job at Clemson.
Absolutely.
And he has put his team in consecutive years over and over and over again in great positions to be successful. And
bro. I only think Alabama's successful because of Saban.
I agree. And I think Clemson is only successful because of Dabo. But absolutely. I think if Saban wasn't at Alabama, Clemson would be doing exactly the same thing right now.
Exactly. Landslide. Well, let me take that back. I think Oklahoma could compete with him. And I only say that, I know that sounds kind of...
Are you going to beat an SEC school in the playoff first?
Okay, bro. Look, good thing Clemson is ACC and they're just as pussy as every other school.
So you're gonna have to beat an SEC team first to play Clemson.
Hell no. Look, okay, so here's the thing. Like, yes, I get, okay, SEC has like its presence. They are who they are, and but without Saban, who do we have? Who do we have from the SEC as a representative?
I get it. I mean, it's going to change every single year. It's going to
exactly.
It's going to go between Georgia, Florida, maybe Auburn or LSU.
Okay, you just now have to present Florida. You can kick LSU out of there. What's his name? Orgeron. He had a spurt that'll be his 1 in 5 years. Okay, yeah. But that'll be enough for him to fulfill his contract and he'll get out of there. Mm-hmm. So. Florida, y'all just had a big year. Basically going through that cycle every school goes through. You had 5-year run, you go on a little lull, and you bounce back. Yeah, y'all are in that. So I could see over the next few years. But if Oklahoma catches somebody, Oklahoma's pretty much the same every year. Like,
so I would compare Oklahoma and Georgia, because Georgia's about the same every year. Georgia normally will give you 9 to 10 wins every single season.
Only thing is they won't win a championship.
I agree. But I mean, that's the same situation with Oklahoma recently. Obviously, I understand Oklahoma's past is a lot better than Georgia's. Hear me out on that. But from I guess we can say 2010 on, they've been about the exact same.
Oh yeah. No, I completely agree. Completely. That's why I didn't get why they fired their first coach,
Mark Richt. He won 10 games every single season.
Yeah, bro. I think he was lifetime 9-6, like overall, like something like that. Like, how do you fire a coach for that?
Yeah.
It was like 9-6, 9-4, like something like that. It was like, yeah, 9-4. I'm pretty sure it was. It was like, how do you fire this dude?
Yeah.
He's giving you 9 wins in your conference. Like that's including conference wins. It's not like he lost 6 conference games. If that was the case, or 4 conference games, I could see that. But it was like he's giving you 9, 10 wins every year. What? And I mean, what with Kirby Smart? That's his name, right?
Yeah,
Kirby
he's on the
Smart.
same thing.
Like he's taking you to a couple of natties. You lost both.
He took him on the natty. He took him to the natties off of Mark Richt's talent too.
Yeah, like it's like, I don't get what you did better. You didn't upgrade. You basically got the same thing with a different package. So it's like,
Just a new face. That's it.
Yeah, honestly, and this year they shouldn't have made it as far as they did. Cincinnati should have beat them, just as far as playoff or late season goes.
I agree.
Throughout the season, though, there was a lot of games they should have lost. But it's just kind of like, I don't know, man. That's that whole weird thing. But yeah, I think going back to Saban, I think yes, Saban. Without him, there is no Alabama. I do think Oklahoma could compete with Clemson. I do think also if Saban isn't there, Oklahoma wins 2 titles within this decade.
Probably
I guess that
so.
decade's gone.
Probably
But yeah, I think that happens from 2010 to 2019. Absolutely, I think we win 2 of them, if not 3. But that's beside the point.
So the craziest stat though, before we hop off this Saban train here, if you would have bet $100 on Alabama to win the national championship every single year since Saban took over, so 2009,
Yeah,
you would be up $4,500.
jeez, bro.
So like, think like you bet. I mean, hell, you bet 1,000 every year, you'd be up 45 grand.
Only thing is that scares me those years that he lost.
It doesn't matter at this point,
right? Because I mean, yeah, because
you're still up.
Yeah, no, valid point. Also, while we're on the topic of being up, also, you guys, I invested in. I took the bait. I'm not gonna lie. I took the bait. Elon Musk. He
Tesla?
got me into no Dogecoin.
Okay.
Dogecoin, have you say it?
Yeah.
So first time investing in crypto. I still think it's a big hoax, but whatever. Or I shouldn't say a hoax. I'm just scared about it. I'm unsure about it.
Mm-hmm.
But Bitcoin's a bit expensive for me. When I saw Dogecoin or Dogecoin, however you say it, I was like, hey, okay, Elon's talking about it. They must be on his radar, or he's getting some type of money from it. But it's super cheap.
Yeah.
And it was like a penny stock
at
first, and now they're actually like a little bit bigger. So I got
What'd you get in at? What'd you get in at here?
$5, bro.
No, what was it at the when like per share when you bought it?
Like 0.00763 cents, something like that.
Okay, so not even a full penny yet.
No, but bro, they made me 506 today, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean that's a profit. That's all that matters.
Okay, but that's today though, dude. Last night they closed. This is completely awful. Like
but here's the other thing is they don't really close. That's the thing.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm learning about crypto. It's like
it don't sleep.
Yeah, it keeps going. So like, yeah, today Dogecoin, however you say it, has earned me $5.39 today.
Okay.
And I got in at $5. So it's saying if it at the what is it at the stock volatility or whatever, I could possibly see $629. Possible.
Okay, but I mean, out of $5, that's a big
out
win.
of $5. Yeah. So it's just thinking. I just while we were talking about that.
No, I saw him tweet about it, and I was like, yeah, I kind of want to hop on this, but I haven't yet. Because Bitcoin is so it's like it's a roller coaster, bro.
Yeah, dude, it's at 39,000 right now. By the way.
But the crazy thing is, it was at 40 on Monday, dropped to 30 like overnight, and then it's now back up to 39.
God, dude. So yeah, that's the thing with these stocks, they scare me, because like there is no, and I'm trying to look at different companies, because my thing is, so I did this years ago. I have Robinhood from 2016, like when they first came out.
Yeah.
Or I say first came out, first when they were big market, like everywhere. I did them and Acorns when
Hmm.
I went off to like play pro ball. Acorns was basically like a savings account for me. Like it was just basically like taking all my rounded off money, and it was just yeah. So, uh, the most I made off Acorns was like $500 or something like that. So I don't know if it was me making it or if my stocks were actually making it. I'm gonna probably say me, but
Probably.
anyway,
But
yeah,
dude, that's a dangerous game to me. I just don't. People obviously make millions and multi millions of doing it,
yeah.
but
Wait, stocks scare you?
yeah, bro.
Do you gamble?
Yeah, but I don't have any control in that, and it's done, or it's done in 3 hours. Like I either win or I lose. It doesn't just fluctuate all day
Right,
long.
right. Yeah. What? I
I
think
at
the
least
thing
I at
is,
least get to watch a product. I'm not in a warehouse watching somebody wreck into a shelf and cause me to lose $200 off of profit.
or I think what is it with stocks? Also, too, like let's say if they're really high and they start to plummet really fast, uh, everybody can't sell. Like it's like you can't get out.
Yeah.
So, it's like only the first people that abandon ship can abandon. It's something weird. I don't know. It scares me, but at the same time, like I want to put into it. I
But
don't
then,
know.
like, sometimes you abandon ship and then you're just floating in the water, and then you see like the boat didn't actually sink and it just like actually kept going. And then,
Yeah. Oh yeah. What is that? Well, Amazon didn't do this, but I think I talked about this before on here, where a guy told me we see what Amazon stock is at right now. I think it's what like 28,000 per share, 29,000 something like that. Um, but he
for
got it when it was
Amazon,
yeah, or let me not say per share.
I think that might be like their overall like value. But
Yeah, let me
as far as
yeah,
Amazon right now, we're looking. Oh, I mean,
three
shit, around
thousand three
30,
thousand one hundred sixty-five.
5. Yeah.
Yeah, per share. So, yeah, when he was saying he was like he had it when it was like $1,800. I mean, when it was $800, and people told him it was like I'd never go above that, and then it rose up to like 1,300, and people were like it'll never go above that. And he was like we're at 1,800 right now, and then look, we just looked right now 3,000, 3,100.
Yeah.
Dude, that's insane. The guy I know has 10 shares in that. So what is that?
I mean, about
$30,000.
little over. Well, technically, yeah, but his profit on it is a little over 20 grand. Because if you had 10 shares at 800, basically profited 22 grand right now, roughly.
Okay,
He would have
I know.
30 if he took it out, but he would have.
So I know it has to be more than that because when we were at so he showed me this portfolio when we were at when we worked together,
Mhm.
and at that time he had 10 shares and they were at 28,610 if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
So and it's increased since then.
yeah, that's a
So
lot.
he's probably what closer to 40.
I would assume, yeah, probably so.
Okay, here's my thing. How do you not cash that out? Like, how do you tell yourself, hang on, wait a minute, just keep going, hold on, hold on. I'm not holding on that, bro. If I see 10 of my shares are at doggone 40 and there's no
I,
foreseeable future for them to be more than that.
but like, why pull out all though? Just pull out half. You know, that's my thing. It's
Oh
like,
no, okay, I can see that, but I'm
yeah.
pulling out quite a bit. We're about to have some fun. Like,
I mean,
oh
I
yeah.
agree, but the uh the whole that's the thing with Bitcoin, man. Those people that got in on Bitcoin so early.
Oh yeah, no, I wish I would have gotten into that. But yeah, that Dogecoin, um, I don't know. We'll see what it does. Oh, while we're on the topic of stocks, we can hop into to something else we talked about or wanted to talk about. Um, so Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram stocks are down, buddy. Way down. If you ever want to stocks, they're I think what Twitter's at like 42. Actually
Oh my.
it's at 47. 47.38 is Twitter right now.
Mm.
Um, we can check and see what Facebook's is. Um, Facebook is at 252. They're down, but not to their like, not to their bottom.
Yeah,
Um,
not yet.
not yet. Um, so and Instagram doesn't have one, but what is that group called? Alphabet.
Yeah, but Facebook now has Instagram, so
Right. So it's all in that the parent company Alphabet.
mhm.
So Alphabet is down to 1,500. Alphabet class, well, that's Class C. Class A is down to 1,700.
Jeez.
So I mean, they definitely took a hit.
Is this
Their
from
last,
is this from all the like basically like censorship garbage?
yeah. So they dropped as low as $1,000 for the first time in 52 weeks.
Jeez.
So yeah, it's all
We
from
just got
yeah.
we're still in a pandemic. We just
Yeah. So like we talked about, and those are the people that are meant to profit the most right now. Big tech companies. So
mhm.
yeah, so we kind of told you guys already. Yeah. Trump got censored this week. And bro, I actually kind of wanted to see what you thought about this. He got censored this week, or should we say past week, and it was not received well by a lot of people. A lot of people got out of Twitter. Supposedly, a lot of people closed out Twitter accounts momentarily or for the time being. Facebook accounts. What was it? Facebook even Google even shut down their Parler account,
I was
which
gonna say
was
Apple
supposed.
did Parlors shut down
Yeah.
Parlor as well.
So they every just about every major platform removed Parler from their downloadable areas because of, and that was for anybody that doesn't know what Parler was. So Parler was an open platform to where you can kind of, I imagine it being like Twitch,
Mm-hmm.
but um, it was a lot of political people on there, and more specifically, political conservatives use Parler.
Mm-hmm.
So when that happened, a lot of people abandoned ship. They got out, they deleted their accounts, so on and so forth. But Parler had already, they discontinued Parler. So, it was kind of like, well, dang.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's interesting to see that, like, I'm nervous about this whole thing, to kind of like make my stance pretty clear here. Um, I get you may not agree with everything a president does or says. I was not on the Trump train to begin with. I still don't think I'm on the Trump train now.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely thought, out of the options I was given, he was the better one of those. I would rather have a sitting president repeat than have this guy that's giving me. Let's not get into all that. I had
Yeah.
Trump. Okay. And so it's just so weird to me how. Did you see anything that Twitter tweeted? Did you see any of this?
So I saw that they mentioned, I guess like some other country was trying to like
Yeah, I put this
silence.
on my Instagram.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, okay, so yes, you saw that. So yeah, so they were talking about basically how other people were being censored, is essentially what they were talking about. People being
And
censored.
before we jump into that, I would definitely like. I don't want this to just say we were talking about this because yeah, our president got banned from all this stuff. But at the end of the day, like it's not just him in this situation. Like
Hmm.
they, our censorship is just like we are softer than tissue paper, bro.
Dude, it,
Like
it really is. And like, here's my thing. Like, okay, they're talking about him inciting violence. I was telling my mother this. This would forever change how politics are spoken about. And I said, okay, so if I'm a lawyer and this happens, this is what, because they're going to have, this is going to be legal actions. This is going to be going forth. Trump's going to bring in everybody he can.
mm-hmm.
All right. How do you stop this from going retroactive? Think about everything, every sitting president, because who do we still have alive? Jimmy Carter, Clinton, Bush, Obama. Those are all still alive. If any event stemmed from them, how do you not say, hey, You incited violence. You're going to jail. You're being fined under the clause of, they're trying to label it as treason.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to jail. Like, or you can even be sentenced to death. How does that tell the rest of the world or anybody that wants to be president in this country, you can be put to death as president?
Mm-hmm.
I get nobody's above the law. Absolutely. Nobody's above the law.
But I don't feel like you should be blamed for what your supporters do.
Exactly. Because, bro, that just like these go hand in hand. There's a new law presented that now rap lyrics can be submissible into court. That's crazy, bro. Like, that shouldn't happen.
No.
You know what? That can be fictional, and now you're telling people to prove that something is fictional. Mm-hmm. How do you prove something's fake? Like, you know how hard it is to prove?
Especially in that industry, bro.
Exactly. Like, well, and I know somebody's going to be like, what do you mean it's simple to prove something's fake? No, when I'm telling you a story, it's way harder for me to prove that it's fake than it is for it to be real. Because I can make up a bunch of stuff about it like, oh, this and this. For instance, let's make it as simple as possible. This guy got killed by this guy. I can now rap about it, and then you'll be like, oh, he must be talking about because I saw him in a picture with this dude. Mm-hmm. No, I have to prove that, no, it's not this picture. I knew that dude, but I never knew that dude. It makes it so weird, and it puts you in this weird situation to where, like, that's so strange. Not relating that to, like, the president, bro. You censor a sitting president. I don't care if he has 2 weeks or 2 hours. We've taken it on the chin for four years.
And now we want to do something about it.
Like, why all of a sudden? Well, we want to stop him from running in 2024. So what? Bro, you are setting a very, very, very scary line for what can come next. Somebody posted what Nancy Pelosi said about the George Floyd thing. She said, I'm surprised there's not riots everywhere. And then what happened? Riots were everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So can you use that against her? Can we as a people then therefore go and attack her? And
because only the one side is doing this, and that's her team.
Exactly. And it's like, dude, you are opening a floodgate. Like,
mm-hmm.
If you don't try to, like, contain this, tone it down, was Trump wrong? Absolutely.
Yes.
Were those people terrorists? Absolutely.
Yes.
Were those people in the wrong? Absolutely.
Of course.
Like, but there's no way you try to impeach a sitting president for what his quote unquote, he didn't sign these people up to be his base. They became his base off of what he taught. And now you're saying it's rhetoric. Name the last time you saw somebody in the Ku Klux Klan going to jail.
Yeah, you're right.
Name some time you saw, the last time you saw, I'm not talking about the Black Panther Party from the 80s and 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
The Neo Black Panther Party. They haven't went to jail. Well, what is it? The NAFC or whatever? No. The NFAC, whatever they are, not effing around. Coalition NFAC,
I don't know about that.
Whatever it is. It's basically the black militia. That's what they are.
Gotcha.
None of them have went to jail.
Yeah.
And it's like, but violence has definitely ensued because of their words.
Oh, yeah.
BLM. Look at what we got from BLM. And you're telling me you're about to send a sitting or try to send a sitting president to jail. Does that not sound crazy to anybody else?
Hey, they better hope Biden don't mess up nowhere. Kamala gonna have him in ankle cuffs and shackles walking into the room.
It's crazy how the left, Twitter proved it right there in their tweets about the Uganda thing, how contradictory they are. They're talking about other people being censored because their country shuts off social media for 2 days before the election, and they censor a president, and they say that that's not wrong. We should stand up and fight against that. No, you're wrong. The president is trying to talk to the people without having to call a media conference every day. He's trying to talk to the average American that's on social media.
As Childish Gambino said, this is America.
And it's like, and you're sitting here saying that this dude is inciting violence because some crazies went out there. But yet your own party, who Twitter associates, keep in mind, I think Twitter's trying to save face. I think Twitter's trying to save.
Well, they're seeing how much money they're about to lose.
So I think Twitter's scared of the liberals because the liberals are the biggest attackers of big tech because of what happened in 2016 against Hillary.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, oh, no, we want to get in good with you guys because we feel like you guys are going to win. You know, and the conservatives, they're not going to. And so now they're trying to save face and clean up. And it's like, look at what you are doing. Yeah. You are setting the stage for something that can go so bad so fast. If Trump went out and killed a person, should he go to jail? Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
If Trump called for, and I know somebody's going to be like, well, he called the people to come to the Capitol. Yeah, but he didn't tell them to bust through that sucker. He didn't tell them to start killing people. If Trump told somebody, hey, come to the Capitol and kill this guy, should he go to jail? Absolutely. If he did something illegal, should he go to jail? Absolutely. But there's certain privileges you've given to a sitting president. For instance, one that's so minor but helps with the point. Anytime a sitting president speaks on a certain matter, it now becomes declassified. Something so small but can be so big at the same time.
Yeah, for sure.
Because if it's something that shouldn't have been spoken about and he now speaks about it, it's now declassified and everybody can know about it through the Information Act. Okay, so it's like what you're trying to do to this guy to try to prove a point. For instance, tonight, right now, breaking, tonight, at this time, they have not impeached him for a second time.
Mm-hmm.
First president in history to ever be impeached 2 times.
Twice.
And now he has to. Now you're going to say you're going to go and you have to have the Senate to vote on it. Nobody can trust Mitch McConnell. That guy is literally a lizard in human skin. Like reptile, lizard, whatever you want to call him.
I'll tell you that.
That's what he is. And I was texting one of my friends about this today. Bro, he would be open to voting on Trump. He doesn't even care about being a scumbag at this point. Mm-mm. Years ago, as I'm starting to learn more about politics, years ago, he cared about being a scumbag. He tried to defend it. This is just blatant. He's like, bro, I don't care. I want you to know, no. I am a scumbag. I don't care what the Republican Party is trying to uphold. I'm still going to run under the Republican ticket, but I am a scumbag. Like,
yeah, dude, he has got to go because I mean, basically, he knows he's untouchable at this point.
The guy blocked aid from us, and the thing is, I get it. You feel like it was misplaced. But you could have helped in some guidance. I don't know that he didn't, but I don't know anything that said that he did. Help in guidance to get us some money. Say, hey, look, you take this out, you take this, blah, blah, blah. We work around this, and we can get it. We'll get the people the money that they need. Mm-hmm. You say you just vote to not get us anything. And here we are just looking at you like, what's up, bro?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? It's just – I definitely feel like he feels like he's untouchable. He's another one of those guys that he might don't feel like he has many years left to live.
He's like, that has to be very close to what it is because he ain't got much longer.
Bro, he's 67, out of shape. Like coronavirus is going around. I mean, and I'm not saying that to be funny for anybody that's listening and watching. I'm not saying that to be funny. If you're overweight, out of shape, old, you're susceptible to coronavirus.
And especially all these senators for some reason can still gather in all these rooms and
exactly,
and they're not wearing masks together. They're doing all the things that they're telling us to do, but they're not doing any of it.
Yeah, like it's so weird. And he's like, here he is. It's just I don't know, dude. I think he's trying to save his self for when he comes up for re-election in Kentucky because he's been in there 35 years.
He's been there like forever.
Yeah, so it's like, but dude, that's I don't think your people are going to be happy because I think a lot of Trump's base comes from Kentucky.
I would believe a lot of them are cousins, so yeah, they probably support that side.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So I just, dude, it's such a weird place for us to be in history. Like, dude, we're gonna. Somebody tweeted this the other day. They were gonna be like, they said, AP history about 2020 is gonna be crazy. It
They
really
better, they
is.
better have somebody's mama sitting in the back saying that's not how it really happened if the book tries to lie.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They then people took a poll on the books that we're gonna put out the history like McGraw Hill, Pearson, what is it, Cengage. Like everyone was like, no, you're not touching McGraw Hill, bro. Yeah, I think that's all the books I had mostly.
Facts,
McGraw
bro.
Hill.
Same.
I think it was when I got to college I started getting like the Cengage and all those. But
Their writer's about to be on a come up in a second.
oh, bro, that just solidified them another 10-year contract because they got to write about it. But
Dude, that's the crazy thing to me to think about while we mentioned that is like think about all like how far back we went in like history when we were in school, and then like,
mhm.
bro, are they going that far back these days? Like, you can't cover everything.
Bro, no, I'm telling you, I think the Twitter's was like, I think the tweet was, in 15 years, AP history is gonna go crazy for 2020.
Yeah,
And you think in 15 years, what is that? What does that make me? Almost 44, 43?
yeah.
I mean, yeah, that would be right around when my kids, which would be kind of. I mean, we go back super far, but AP history, they get into like pop history and
Mhm.
cult history, things like that, and then they take some deep dives.
Well, then
So
like even those other classes like U.S. government things like that, like
exactly,
that's going to be the most annoying class of all time.
bro.
Talking about 2020
your
and
kids are gonna come up to
2021.
you. Hey man, what happened in 2020? What were you doing? Like, honestly, I was in between jobs. I was trying to make it work.
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna be a very interesting year to speak on. Even though this is 2021, and that happened in 2021, I still feel like it's gonna be lumped into 2020.
Yeah, this they're just gonna have the 2020s is what it's gonna say. It's gonna be the new
Exactly,
20s. They're gonna stop talking about the 1920s and start doing about the 2020s.
2020s. Yeah, absolutely. I just think, but kind of going back to this, I just think we're setting a weird precedent.
Double standard.
Yeah, dude. It's like the people on the left like have so much hate. I guess that's what you call it, hate. Um,
Mhm.
that like that they don't even they can't even see clearly at this point. Like
But I feel
they
like that's
have.
both sides. So I feel like both. Like I feel like the right is just showing their hate in a
Oh,
different way.
yeah, they're being dickheads. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like it's just like anything the left comes up with that if it's a good idea, they're just striking it down just to be dickheads.
Mhm.
Absolutely, bro. Yes. Because right now, as we saw, the Republicans control the Senate and the Democrats control the House. So the Republicans took advantage of that. They knew in the Senate they could strike anything down. You know what I mean? So it was like, yeah, any good idea that they came up with, absolutely. They were like, we just want to be dickheads. I completely agree. Um, but this is the point. But here's my thing with the whole issue. One, I hate two-party systems. The system,
Yeah.
I hate that. Two, even though people start doing wrong, you are supposed to continue to still do right.
Yeah. It's not eye for an eye. Read the Bible.
Exactly. It's not your time to start getting some get back. Like you still continue to do right. And so, because those people will never suffer a day in their life.
Ever.
Only going to be us. Only going to be us.
Mhm.
People down here watching, looking around, seeing what's next, what's going on. It will only and ever will be us. They will always be taken care of. So it's like,
Dude,
why?
I keep picturing this like and thinking of in my head like this is just like a bad breakup. Like
Oh yeah.
dude, like that's the like what I keep relating it to is because it's like this guy is gonna be out of office in what like 8 days now, like a week. We're looking at a
Bro,
week here. So like,
what is it? Today is the 13th. No, 7 days.
come on, we
7 days at what, like 1 p.m. I think it is.
so like we can't just like chill for a week. We've done it for 4 years.
Like And also, here's the thing, bro. How do you know that his base is gonna vote for him again in 4 years? People remember
Thank you.
politics. They're gonna say, "Hey, you know what? 4 years ago, we saw that you weren't okay." A better way for me to explain this: how many people have run for president once and didn't run again? Hey, 4 years ago, people didn't really adapt with your identity, so we're just gonna move away from it. It took Biden another 35 years to run for president again.
Yep.
Why in the hell do you think Trump is gonna run again in 4 years? Like,
Especially like after he gets out, like I feel like after he's out of office, everyone's gonna forget about him, and then like all of his businesses are gonna be booming again. And
booming. And you know what? He still has access to presidential stuff.
And wait till he starts, and wait till he has another season of The Apprentice on NBC.
Dude, it's like what? Because if I'm not mistaken, just because you impeach the guy doesn't mean that he gets removed from everything. He still is in tune. You have to include him. He has the ultimate level of security clearance.
Mm-hmm.
Still, because you didn't invoke the 25th Amendment on him, you're just kicking him out of office for some type of wrongdoing. But now the House has passed that. The Senate has to confirm it.
Yep.
Which, if Mitch McConnell has still any backbone, he won't do.
But we know he will.
I can see him being pussy and doing it. Just being honest.
Yeah,
I
for sure.
Because he's trying to save his own stuff, which I mean, makes sense. You're trying to, I'm trying to preserve self over some other guy, but at the same time.
Well, and I feel like every politician at this point is self over country anyway. It's all about
right.
It's all about
absolutely. And here's my thing too: if conservatives really care, I was talking to one of my friends. He made a great point. He said, "I don't think conservatives come out and vote like they did this year, or the years past, the next time around." He said because they've been scorned, they've been burnt, and they've been basically mistreated. And I was like,
we're definitely going 8 years of Democratic president here at least.
And I was like,
we might even see 12 with the way the whole culture is. If you look at look at America and look how everything is, we're probably going to go 12.
Yeah, and I want everybody here that's watching and listening to be clear. We don't, at least I can say for me, you can speak for yourself. I don't affiliate with any party.
Me neither.
Right.
We're on the same page.
Exactly. Okay. I just call it how I see it. Mm-hmm. So it's not wrong if the liberals, or whatever you want to call them, liberals, the left, Democratic Party, whatever you want to call it, is running the show for 8 years. It's about what they do.
Facts. It's the same if it was the other side. We don't care. We don't care who's in it. We just want to make sure that America
you're doing right by us, by the people.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So like, it's not the worst thing that happens, but for people that are more conservative, no, this is the worst thing that could happen. Like Obama was awful for them, Mm-hmm. So it's like to come back to this now you're having to deal with it again in a possible 8, if not 12. Because I mean, who do they groom, right after Biden? Kamala, she's right there.
Probably so. That's the thing is we're sleeping on this, but I mean, I think she's there before Biden's even done.
Buddy, I mean, okay, they don't pick her out of nowhere where she was bashing Biden for no reason to all of a sudden now.
We did it, Joe. We did it.
Exactly. Call him on the phone. No, you don't care, bro. You don't like the guy. You made that very clear in your primaries. You don't like the dude. You don't agree with his policies. You think he's out of touch. You think he's old. You think he's going crazy, just like everybody else. Mm-hmm. Like, don't do that. And then now, but she is doing that, and we've seen vice presidents become presidents. Kamala 4 years vice president, and then the next 8 president.
Mm-hmm.
It fits the script. A woman of color becoming president. A woman. And on top of that, just her, she can say the right things, do the right thing. She's young enough. She's 55, 56.
Mm-hmm.
She can run for that term. She comes out 65. Still able to contribute, and give insight to the next upcoming groomed person to be president, to keep the train rolling. Like, she checks all the boxes.
And then some. Especially like this day and age. Like, that's the thing. It's like, read the room.
Exactly. The Democrats are playing the long game, and the conservatives, I think they are missing it, bro. And that's what's going to hurt them. But my friend made that point. He was like, yo, I think that they don't come out next time. He was like, so I really do think it's a landslide victory for the Democrats.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, I don't know where we go from there. And I was like, I tell you what, if you get one taste of it, they're going to keep going.
Mm-hmm.
People don't give up power. When you get that taste of it, you're like, oh, hell no, I'm not losing this. You thought I'm just going to give it up? No. Pause it.
I mean, that's the thing, man. That taste of power, they're not giving that up. So, I mean,
they're not, bro.
Who knows what happens? But
exactly, yeah.
We're gonna have to sit here and watch it. Unfortunately, not like we get any say so of changing anything at this point. So
exactly,
we're this deep in this hole. I don't think we're getting out on our by ourselves. So,
and I can't say I hope they don't impeach him, but I just hope this all gets settled quickly. One, just so now the focus can come back to the American people. They're too caught up in all the drama that happened at the Capitol, and
bro, and it's that's just not gonna be the end, bro. We all know that this next week is going to be hell.
Oh, bro, because it's gonna be everywhere, all about impeach him, force the Senate to blah blah blah, all that kind of stuff.
And then those super right wing gun toting people are gonna be everywhere.
Ooh, I do want to say send our condolences to the family of, and our prayers be with the family of the police officer that was killed at the Capitol. I didn't want us to get through that without saying that. He was beaten to death.
Sick, bro.
Yeah, the guy was just trying to do his job.
Literally. And you know what's even more sick about it is, like, they say that, like, which, I mean, it's the media, so I don't know if it's actually true, but whatever. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. But, like, they say, like, not a lot, but some of the people that did the storming of the Capitol were, like, off-duty police officers and stuff like that.
Really? Like, jeez. And you being another guy that's just like you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I get it. I mean, every job has good people at their job, bad people at their job.
Right.
People that take their job seriously and people that don't. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sitting here saying, "Oh, those cops did this."
Exactly.
Don't.
And I know there's going to be somebody that looks at this. They're going to be like, "Well, didn't you guys just say Trump should get in trouble for inciting violence?" He didn't tell them to beat a cop to death, bro. So you can go somewhere with that.
Don't come sideways at this podcast.
Yeah, they did that on their own, and unfortunately, some innocent guy that's just trying to do his job had to suffer for somebody else's stupidity.
Mm-hmm.
So it's no. I hate that anybody had to lose their lives that day. I think it was like 5 people that lost their lives,
something like that. That was at least we heard about. I mean, there's no telling what we actually heard or what we actually will see factual statements out of.
Exactly.
So, but they say they have the National Guard sleeping in the Capitol, like on duty, ready to go until inauguration.
Bro, can you imagine? You were just at work yesterday, and you get the text, "Hey, you're activated. Suit up."
And now you're sleeping on the floor with your whole. I don't even know if it was considered like a platoon or whatever you want to call it of you and everyone else just sleeping on the floor on guard at all times.
You're there now, like holy crap, bro.
No, I have a feeling next week's gonna get bad.
Yeah, I mean, I could see it, but I hope not. But I could absolutely.
Don't get me wrong.
Well, I mean, you see that they're already planning riots for the inauguration at every Capitol building. At every state's Capitol building, they're planning riots. Look, man, I know what day is that?
California's probably safe.
Hell yeah, all those doggone.
Is that next Wednesday?
Yeah, next Wednesday, I will be in my house.
Yeah,
y'all can bet on it, count on it. Look me up, call me if you want to. But I will be sitting right here. I'm gonna have some food, and I'm just gonna turn on the computer. I'm just gonna let y'all have at it. As long as nobody comes in here, everything will be all right.
But if you do, you're going to regret it.
Man, it's an easy time getting in, but a tough time getting out. Yeah. I don't know what these people are thinking, but man, you know what? Let's switch it up. Let's go to something else. You guys got our spill on the Capitol situation. Ooh. Okay. I see this, dude. I wanted to ask you. Have you seen? Okay, you heard the song Corvette, right?
Of
Red
course,
Corvette.
of course, because
Okay.
the Browns were celebrating to that bad boy,
Were
bashing
they really?
Juju. Yeah, because Juju does all his TikToks to it, and then
Hmm.
obviously the Browns gave him the business in the playoffs
Yeah, bro. Oh
because he
yeah.
said the Browns is the Browns, and then the Browns just whooped the
Oh,
Steelers.
that's why Johnny. I mean, not Johnny. Baker Mayfield said the
The
Browns is
Browns
the
is the Browns.
Browns.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. No, yeah, man. So that rapper, his name is Pop Hunter.
Okay.
So he apparently, supposedly, uh, quote unquote, I don't even know what you call this nowadays. He snitched, bro. Uh,
Pulled
so
a
when
six
he was
nine.
right, so when he was 12, he uh he told who killed his brother or killed his cousin. So he went down. So he went down to the police station with his mother. She told him to tell him what he saw. He explained what he saw, which led to the conviction of a guy.
Mm-hmm.
So that happened when he was 12. I believe he's 19 now.
Okay.
And so he made that song. But then now all these rappers are trying to pull their verses off the song, like Lil Uzi Vert, Gilly the Kid said something. Um,
Mm.
who else? Was it Famous Dex? I don't know for sure. Don't quote me on that last one. But like all these people like said something about it. And it was like, and I was listening to this guy, Charleston White. He said, how are you gonna be mad at some little kid for listening to his mama? Because he talks about he's like man, I hate rappers. He's like, I don't even listen to rappers. He said I hate them. He said because he said they live by these fake street codes that they make up that then they don't follow. He said, and then they expect some little kid that's 12 to go against their mama against, like he said, against some rules that don't even exist.
Mm-hmm.
He said, you're supposed to tell this little boy, don't snitch. When he saw his brother or cousin, whoever it was, just die, his mama takes him down to the police station and tells him, tell me what you saw. The boy's talking to his mama and they're recording what he's saying to his mama.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, and now you want to punish him now. He was like, I hate these fake rappers. And when he said, I was like, no, bro, I agree with that. Makes it like, why are you holding a 12-year-old kid to
Yeah,
some type of,
that kid's not familiar with what these street rules and everything is.
bro?
You know what I mean? Like
There's even street people that aren't familiar with street rules. They have little loopholes like, oh,
yeah.
well, if it's your man's and you saw him do it to him, then it's like, bro, what is the line?
Mm-hmm.
Like, where's the line in the sand? And it's like, why are you jumping on this kid's case now? That was doggone almost 10 years ago. And you're on his case now about it? When he makes a popular song that you thought you could make some money from,
Mm-hmm.
all of a sudden, nah, bro, he snitched. No, the kid was talking to his mama. He saw his brother, cousin, whoever die, and you telling him, hey, you deal with that suffering on your own, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, no, don't send the person to jail that killed your brother or cousin, whoever it was.
That's the thing, bro. Once somebody gets money, bro, it's everybody at your neck.
That doesn't even make sense.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
I agree, but that's how. I mean, that's the game, unfortunately.
And like, I love that way that guy Charleston White was like talking on it, because it was like how he was speaking about it, because he was saying like he was basically saying what I'm saying. That doesn't make sense, bro. Like, the kid's 12. He was 12 years old. Just think back to when you were 12, bro. What are you gonna tell your mom?
And then imagine watching one of your family members get killed.
Exactly.
And you know who did it.
You saw the guy. And you're not gonna tell your mama. It's not your aunt, not your other cousin,
your mama,
not some rando,
you, bro.
Your mama, like mother, person that had you, who feeds you, who takes care of you, takes you to and from this and that. Your mama, bro. You're not gonna tell her? Like, I'm telling my mom in a heartbeat. Yo, ma, I saw exactly who did it. I'm telling her the whole spiel. Your mom, we were sitting in the room. We were sitting right there. I didn't know what happened. The guy busted in. I'm telling her the whole story to this day. To this day, right now. I'm calling my mom and be like, yo, mom, hey, look, let me tell you what just happened. Or let me tell you what. So how you expect a 12-year-old to to not tell his mama, bro. Like, it doesn't even make sense to me. I can't even like wrap my mind around that. And you want to punish him by let me remove my verse.
Because he's famous.
That doesn't even
Makes no sense.
dude, it doesn't, bro.
But I mean, we've seen this is a different situation, but I mean we see what happens when people get famous and like girls come out of the woodwork with like different comments and different things from the past, the little things like that. And then we see it with like, hey, they owe me this amount of money, or they owe me this and they owe me that, or they did this and now I need money from this. Bro,
Facts.
we see it all the time. As soon as somebody gets famous, bro, everyone's at their neck for some money.
Yo, you remember when? Hey man, it's good to see you up. What okay.
Just because you know my name and know how to spell it don't mean I owe you nothing.
Bro, I feel like this is gonna sound so. I'm not even gonna say it. It is gonna sound so pretentious of me, but I'm just gonna move on. It's so sad to me, bro.
Yeah, it really.
All these people are on this kid's case. When he was a kid, he never proclaimed to be a street dude. Never proclaimed to be about a certain lifestyle. This, that, and the third. And y'all are just on his head, removing money from his pocket when he can help his family. You know he went through a traumatic event. But these same people will go around crying, boo-hooing, popping every pill because their brother died or their cousin 3 times removed died. And then they'll say, oh, we get retaliation on him. We going to come back on him. And then this dude did it through the legal system, and now you're mad at him. It makes no – it doesn't – like when you hear it set out, like it don't even make sense. You're like, what? No, what?
Yeah. Like, why are you mad?
So you're a grown man and mad at a kid's decision, is what you're telling me? Yeah. Something a kid did, you're mad at. You're an adult, mad at. I could get if you were his daddy. You're like his daddy. You're no relation to this man, and you're mad at him as a kid. Like there's things as a parent you can be mad at your kid about, but like me as an adult, man, why am I mad at me being?
Bro, there's very few things I think my kid could do. And I would be mad 10 years later.
Yeah, exactly. What is it? Like that don't even make sense,
and
bro.
Especially, there's very few things that he could do in the right way that I would be mad about 10 seconds later, let alone 10 years later.
Exactly. And also, but even expanding on it, being an outsider, no relation to this guy, what can you do to me that I'm mad about 10 years later? I mean, I guess what? Kill somebody, rob somebody, but he did nothing. I'm not mad at you 10 years later. Dude, if you told on my cousin for him killing your cousin, yeah, serves him right. Yeah, tell on him. Yeah, get him out of here. He is a killer. He is a menace to society. Get him off the streets. He needs help. Like, don't just let him sit there and do this. Absolutely, I agree with you. So, like, why are grown men upset at a kid's decision?
Money.
To talk to his mama. That's what's getting me.
Yeah, dude, but it all circles down to the Benjamins. Everyone is mad that this kid is going to be famous and going to have all this money, and they just want a piece of it.
It's like the kid it's his mama, bro. I don't even get that. But anyway, that's just my spiel. It's
hopefully he can make it out of it and continue to be successful because obviously he's doing very well with that one song.
Yeah, that song is a hit.
And dude, and it's like all over TikTok. We know how TikTok moves the needle. Anything that hits TikTok, bro, the sales and the streams are through the
roof. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Something else why I kind of wanted to touch on. I wanted to see what you thought about it. So, Azalea Banks. So did you see the video at all?
No, I did not.
Oh man. So
I know about the story, but I will not be watching the video either.
So we're not going to show the video here for anybody that's watching.
No way.
But talk about it. So Azalea Banks, bro, she dug up her dead cat.
So I didn't know she dug it up. I just know.
Oh, buddy, did she dig it up? She dug it up. She went out to her yard, dug it up, pulls it out of this bag, and then she puts it into and she makes a soup out of it, like a stew. And you see, and it almost looks fake at first because it's kind of like black. but she pulls the head up, the skull up, and you see the skull of the cat. And it
Bro,
was
what is
like,
wrong with people?
yeah, and so, and I heard some people talking about this. Some people, like famous people that are familiar with her,
Mhm.
they were like, that it's been rumored that she has like mental illness, like years before.
Okay, I don't mean to be insensitive, but like if you're digging up dead animals and making soup out of them, like you got something wrong with you. So you probably do
Facts,
have some
bro.
mental illness. Let's just be real.
Facts. And they were like, what they say, they were like, maybe this was some voodoo type practice or something like that. Cause she called herself like Lucifer and she was like 2021 or something like, she said all this stuff. But it was like, bro, they will lock you away in a pillow room for that.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
In a straitjacket.
absolutely. And I think the only thing that's saving her is that she's famous. If any local person posts that,
If the president posted that,
exactly. Like, dude, they are coming. 25th Amendment invoked, and they are putting him in a straitjacket. You can't just go around digging up dead cats and cooking them.
mm-mm. No,
Like,
I mean
what is that?
if Jimmy from North Dakota did this,
Oh, it's a
FBI is on the way. They got a van outside listening to everything that
dude.
is said outside.
Peter is on his case,
Yeah,
saying, "Oh
they
my,
make a commercial about him.
oh my gosh, bro!" Like, dude. But when I saw her do it, I was like, I thought maybe she was joking, but then no, bro. She went all the way through with it. It was just like, it's
It
such
makes
a
me sick.
weird thing.
It makes me like nauseous thinking about it.
Yeah, and people. Okay, so people talk about like different cultures and like what they do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here's my thing. I don't live over there,
Nah, dude.
so like, I don't care if they cook cat, dog, possum, coyotes, whatever. I don't eat that, bro. Like,
Nope.
there's certain things you don't eat.
Bro, that's how this is why we're here, isn't it? Didn't they say it's
Exactly.
bat soup?
Question: how do you feel about horses? Would you eat a horse? Yes or no?
No.
Okay, see, I would eat a horse, and apparently, it's a delicacy if you go to France. It's a delicacy. It's served on the menu like beef, basically.
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and say this now. I guess I'm not taking back my answer. The answer is no. Because
Yeah.
I hope I never find myself in this situation. But like I'm stranded in the desert. It's me and my horse. It's me or the horse. Yeah, I'll eat the horse. But like this is like extreme circumstances that happens here. That we're
Well,
not
okay,
just casually. All
what
right,
was
I'm taking my girlfriend out to dinner. We're gonna get some horse.
I get some horse? What was that? Like 2005, 2009? Do you remember when Taco Bell was accused of having
Like dog food or like
horse meat?
oh I didn't know about
People
that.
used to call it like grade D meat, but it was like horse meat. That's what they say it was.
Hmm.
I don't know for sure. Yeah, you should look it up. It's pretty interesting. I don't think it was ever found to be true, but it was one of those rumors that take off and everybody starts saying it.
Everyone runs with it. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, one of those. Yeah, man. No, I would eat some horse. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I would eat a horse.
No, I can't do it.
Just because of like, I don't view them the same as like a dog. A dog is like a dog or a cat. That's a bit strange. I mean, I feel like if you start eating dogs and cats, you aren't too far away from eating your own kids. Like you'll consider
Facts.
eating a kid,
Mm-hmm.
and
That's
like
that's the type of people that like swallow goldfish.
yeah, stuff like that. And like, here's my thing, bro. Now, I also do want to put this into context. So if I ever
That's
see
key
this,
here. That's
yeah,
very
if
key.
I ever see this clip anywhere, I will be infuriated if you take out my context. I'm not opposed to eating a child in an apocalypse. So, so-
Oh my god, dude, that's so gross.
okay, bro. I have this theory. Here's my theory, bro.
Okay, so I mean, I have a feeling this is like my stuck in a desert. It's me and the horse. It's me or the horse.
Exactly. Okay. So, like, going a little bit off topic, but all right. If you're in an apocalypse, bro, there's 12 of you left, 3 of which are children. The rest are full-grown adults. Which ones are you eating first?
It's gonna depend, bro. I need to know the logistics here. Like, if one of
F
the
that.
if one of those 9 adults is a lazy bum and ain't doing no work, I got a kid that's gonna work for 50 years.
Nah, I'm going for one of the kids because they're a liability for the next two.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'm getting them out of here. Now, who's next up is absolutely that lazy person. But
Yeah.
the kid, thinking about it, how it doesn't take much to overpower a kid. It's a lot less effort than trying to fight a full-grown adult. It's a lot less squabble, a lot less repercussions.
They're honestly probably gonna die off quicker anyway because they're not gonna have the
Exactly.
nutrition. Their body's
They're-
not gonna adapt.
They are a liability, bro. Like, and so they live off of you. You have to support for them. That was exactly what I was going to get into. Get rid of the kids. You can make a new kid when things get good, but
I
get
mean, I
rid
guess
of
you're
them.
not wrong. You're not making any invalid points here.
Yeah. So if I was ever in an apocalypse and I got, dude, I would distance myself from society so much to where then I would just view humans as like prey. That sounds so crazy, but like
That's like some like
that's
last man
dark.
standing of like we just
Yeah,
had an
like-
asteroid hit Earth and we are the last 6 people left.
Exactly, bro. Actually, me and one of my friends who has a kid has talked about this. Like,
Mhm.
they're like, so you would eat my child? And I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
If it came down to you or them, I said, be careful. If you let go of her hand one time, she's gone. I'm gonna be praying in the shadows. I'm gonna be right there because I was like, dude, I said, because dude, if that's at that point, I'm so far removed from society. I was like, I would
Facts.
leave. Like, I'm not just walking with people every day trying to figure out something and then I'm gonna eat your kid. No, I'm in the bush, like I'm basically eating termites and ants to survive.
Yeah, like this tree looks good. Let's eat
Exactly.
this, and then this
And
has a
I'm
little
coming up
protein
on
in it.
you 3 years later, and I see you got this little one with you right there. I'm like, oh, that's an easy meal. I'm removed from you, bro. Like, it's
Yeah.
the connection is not there. So I'm all about it.
I
That's
mean,
just a complete side note.
yeah, I mean that's beside the point. I don't know. It couldn't be me, but
You're not eating the kid, bro. Your life's on the
I don't
line.
think I'm eating a person. To be real.
Your life is on the line.
Yeah, I can't do it.
You're just dying. You're growing out like that.
No, bro. I'm becoming a vegetarian, literally eating
There's
the
no
plant.
vegetation in the desert, but cactus.
There's probably some scorpions and stuff out there.
You know how hard it is to catch a scorpion, let alone kill it without it stinging you?
Yeah, probably. But if I'm living in the desert, I probably have some kind of tactic that I've learned. Better learn fast. You get some coyotes
Quick.
or something.
So yeah. Anyway, just going back to her, she's cooking up that cat.
Mm.
So now everybody's like throwing a fit. And I mean, yeah, she honestly may have people coming after her, like, you know, the animal people, just because
For sure. There's no way they're
She
not. There's
cooked
no
up
way
her
they're not.
dead cat. This was just what, yesterday?
Did she eat it though?
Mhm.
She did. Gross.
Yeah, bro. Disgusting.
She needs to be put away for that, to be honest.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The whole point of
Hey, bro, in a time of cancel culture, if there's anything somebody needs to be canceled for, that is one of them.
oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I was like, that's what makes it so disgusting, bro. She went out to her yard. She showed you her digging it up. She pulls it out. She puts it in the pot. Stews it up. The stew is like solid black, bro. Like it's no other color. It's solid black. I don't even think she like tried to take the fur off. And she
Dude.
pulls the skull up, bro. Like it's morbid, dude. It's blocked on certain things. You can't even watch it.
I mean, I'm not surprised
Yeah,
because, like,
like
I mean, if we're in this time of censoring everything, like
exactly.
that video can be shown, but people can't speak an opinion.
Like it's crazy.
I don't want to watch it though. I'm not going to. And I mean, if anybody listening wants to watch it, feel free. But
Yeah, please go look it up. We won't show it here, but
no.
yeah, go watch it. I
ain't
say go
for
watch
me.
it just because so you can realize this goes back to my point of humans never amaze me at how sick they can be. When people say, "Oh, do you really think people are capable of that?" Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Of
yeah,
course.
I really do.
Bro, I don't trust nobody, bro.
No, I think people do very sick and twisted things every day. Just the fact that when somebody actually records it or documents it, it's like, oh crap, what the hell?
Mm-hmm.
They really are doing that? Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
They've been
it's
doing
nothing
it.
new. Nothing new.
Yeah, yes. People are sick, bro.
Facts. Yeah, that. Well, we'll see what happens with there. But I guess
Yeah. Um.
PETA is probably already drafting some tweets up right now. So
Oh yeah, bro. They're on her case right now. Um. Something else we should touch on too. Uh, Dr. Dre.
yeah, man, that is a very interesting situation.
Yeah.
What is
Uh,
it? Brain hemorrhage.
yeah.
Ha-
Brain aneurysm,
had him in
hemorrhage.
the hospital since January 5th. So I mean, as we're recording this right now, we're over a week. He's been in the hospital over a week. No
Yeah.
real like answers basically here. Um,
That, dude, that's so crazy. The guy becomes a billionaire. Nothing wrong. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, boom, in the hospital, brain hemorrhage.
and so family has said they think it's some type of like poisoning that caused this. Um,
Poisoning.
yeah, and then
Like by himself or by somebody
by
else?
somebody else because like just a
Uh,
couple of days of him being in the hospital with this, his house got broken into.
yeah, okay. I heard people talking about house raiding.
Hmm.
But okay, people keep saying like they're like, oh, that's normal for people to do for people that die in LA. Like they act like it's like so casual. People that I watch online. I know, bro. They live in LA and it sounds so strange, but people they I swear to you, they act like it was so normal for people to raid your house when you die.
Jeez, bro. But I
I
mean,
don't
like,
want to live around people like that.
no, but I mean that does sound very LA, very garbage. So
Oh yeah.
makes sense. But I mean that's terrible. But so that happened. But yeah, the family said that's what they are thinking right now. Again, we have no official answers on this, but I
They
mean,
believe that he was man, that I wonder what they would poison him for. Just to break into his house?
there's no way. I don't know.
Like that is dude. You hate to see it.
And then like I guess the only real update we have is Ice T said, he just talked to
Mhm.
Dr. Dre. I mean, I guess this was today,
Yeah.
and he said like he was in good spirits, hopefully going home soon. But I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
Like
I mean, anytime you have a brain injury, oh, it's serious. Like
mm,
it's those are hard to shake, bro. Those are
and dude,
real hard to
the
shake.
next second, you're not guaranteed that next second ever, but especially with something
Yeah,
like that, that could be the end very quickly.
yeah, bro. I just know that um that that's a very for lack of a better word, like weird time to be in. You're just kind of like, so what do you do next? You know, it's
Mhm.
like,
Well, it's like, dude, there has to be like therapy and like recovery, like
oh yeah,
period for this. That's going to be very extensive.
oh yeah. Um, Dude, this kind of brings me to a point. I've actually had this discussion on like a couple of so I'm looking at something, but on a couple of different occasions. Do you think the soul and the consciousness are connected? Well, one, do you believe in the soul?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so do you think that they're connected?
Hmm. That's a tough question. I mean,
It's dude. It is. It's a discussion that I mean. I genuinely think. Um, Also, people that are watching and listening, comment below or email us. Let us know what you think. Are the soul and the consciousness connected? Because I would love to see what other people think. And so, but kind of going back to what we are saying, no, we could honestly have a 2 hour discussion about
yeah,
that in itself, bro.
because I'm seeing both sides
Right. I
immediately. Immediately, as soon as you ask the question, I'm thinking yes and no. I'm thinking both
right.
sides like immediately. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Um. Now, see, and like, so I've had this discussion with a couple of different people because it's almost to the point of like, okay, which one's more important, the heart or the brain? And, so I think that you a soul makes you a person, but your consciousness makes you remember your experiences and who makes you a person. So those are housed in the brain to me, but your soul is something completely different. Just because you transfer your soul doesn't mean that your consciousness has to transfer with you.
Yeah.
That's how I view it. But there's people that believe no, they're tied into the same, and they believe that your consciousness makes your soul because of those experiences make you who you are.
See, and that's what I mean. Like, I kind of lean like your experiences do make you who you are. I feel like, because like,
Exactly. But that's why I believe that they're separate. So, okay. So for those people, okay, I take it as this. So I don't believe, I take it from a Christian standpoint. When I go on to, the afterlife, I go through my rest and then I go on to heaven. I don't believe that God would give me the same consciousness here that I would have there.
no, I
Because
mean, I
you see what I'm
agree.
saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's why I feel like the soul and the consciousness will have to be separate. My soul can still live on and be who I am, but my consciousness of my experiences here don't make me who I am. I think that helps me be a person amongst this plane, but I don't think that makes me me. But at the same time, I do think experiences have shaped me into who I am now. So I feel like I don't know. It's that tough line. I feel like it's like talking like back and forth. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. I mean,
Yeah. It's
well,
that's a really that's one that I feel like you can kind of go back and forth on. And I don't know a correct answer for anybody that's listening, and for you. I don't
oh, I
know
mean, I don't think there is
what
a
a correct
correct
answer
answer.
is.
I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like that's a great discussion, and that can be a very deep dive. But I
I feel like
feel
it could scare you.
for sure, but I also think
Yeah.
it's definitely probably opinion based.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I can see that. Depending on like
I don't
what
see
what you
because
believe.
I think everyone has a difference in what's right and wrong. Unfortunately, there's no clear. I mean, some things have clear answers to what's right and wrong,
Right.
but also some people will disagree with that statement. Some people will say some people don't believe in right and wrong, whatever. But like,
Right.
I
I'll
think
tell
with
you
that it's definitely I think that's more opinion based.
oh yeah. Cause so what got it started for me was this girl mentioned it to me. She said she believed in reincarnation. And I said,
Okay.
and I had already heard this discussion before. I was like, boom, okay. So I was like, so you believe like in soul transfer? She was like, yeah. I was like, well, then how do you know that you transfer? She was like, well, I was like, so you believe that the soul and consciousness are the same? She was
Hmm.
like, well, I don't know. And then I just started like to talk. But I was even talking to Brandon about it. I think he believed that they were both tied in together. But he was like,
Hmm.
but I don't know. I could see them being separate, but I think they're the same. Um, and I just really I don't know, like, do I and I say that maybe this is wishful thinking, but I don't want to remember this life when I move on.
And that
If this
so
life,
that's my thing is like I
like,
don't either.
I want
I completely agree. Like I
I
definitely
want out, bro. If I'm out, I want out.
yeah, I don't want to do it again. Like I don't
Yeah,
want to no PTSD over here, please. But
exactly. And so
but
that was my issue with reincarnation too. Though she was
and
like she believed she was something else in another life, and I was like,
yeah.
okay,
So for me, I don't believe in that. I don't believe in reincarnation because I feel like if that was a thing, then like we would have perfected human life at this point.
exactly, because you would know what you did wrong. You would have too many nice people at this point.
And I get
People
it,
would
and like I know they believe you can be an animal when you come back of some sort or like something else. But at the end of the
exactly.
day, like, dude, we would have perfected life.
Well, also you would remember when you were just slugging around as an earthworm. Like you're like, dang, I remember how hard everything was for me, but now things are a little bit easier because
Hmm.
I'm a tomcat, or like I'm a
Yeah,
bobcat, whatever. Like and then you're just like, now I'm a whatever. I just think, dude, I don't know. I don't know exactly how to put it into words, but I don't. The best way I can is I don't think we transfer
mm-mm.
through reincarnation. I really don't. I think that's just people just hoping that they don't ever go away. That's what I
Yeah.
think it is.
And I mean, I get it. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion. We support everyone having their own opinion.
Nah, I don't support all y'all.
I mean,
Drake does.
I'm not supporting the opinion. I'm just simply
Uh,
saying like I'm not against people having their own thoughts and being
oh no, I want you to have your
individuals.
own thought, but at the same time, I will make fun of it if it's silly.
I will do the same.
Uh,
But I mean, you're still entitled to it. Like, still
yeah, yeah,
feel the way you want to feel. But like, yeah, I'm still. If you still are a clown, and I'm still gonna clown you. So
facts. Um, Yeah, man. I think that's all that journey I wanted to take down that conscious rabbit hole.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
feel like we could really talk about that for a while, though.
oh yeah, but I mean,
Yeah,
we definitely need to hear from the listeners too, just to kind of see
yeah. See
what
what
people
they
think. Do you agree? Is it an opinion based thing? Do you have a strong feeling on one side or the other?
right.
Is there a right answer to that question? I feel like
Because
there's
I
10,000 questions within that one question. I feel like.
yeah, I don't know if there's I don't know if there's a right answer to that. Like, because none
Yeah.
of us know. Because we haven't been there, and I don't care how much these people proclaim. Yo, I know in my past lifetime I was a. No, bro, you don't know. You're just making this up. So
Hmm.
the only thing you know is what you're experiencing right now, today, in your face. Um.
Yep.
So yeah, I don't know that could really go deep though. That really good.
Yeah, for sure. But man,
Um.
I think we should leave the people here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Keep them on that little cliff. You know.
Yeah. Uh, do you want to touch on any sports? You want to wait on that?
Man, there's a lot of stuff unfolding. So
Yeah.
I think next episode we're gonna have everything kind of finalized and
Okay.
pieces
Yeah.
completed. So I think we need to wait. 'Cause, I mean, wow, what a
Yeah.
day! What a
Yeah.
day in sports.
Yeah. We got some blockbuster deals going on. Just to kind
A
of
lot of pieces going a lot of places.
let's give them this a little taste. It involves James Harden.
Yep, and probably scouting Brooklyn strip clubs.
That's just that's just,
New York City strippers are very happy today. That's
oh
all
yeah.
I'm giving you today. That's
Oh
it.
yeah, but that's just one of like the little things that are talked about in the rumor mill, and well, or may
Mm,
be officially announced.
yeah,
So yeah,
because I think Houston had a great day. To be honest,
yeah, I can see it. I can see that side. But yeah, let's leave it for him though. Yeah.
yeah.
Anything else you want to finish with, bro? You want to
No,
wrap
man.
up with?
As always, the typical. Thank you for everyone listening, and you know, communicate with us what we need to hit on, and if you have opinions or answers to the questions we've discussed that we're trying to figure out ourselves today.
Yeah.
Comment, let us know. But man, that's really all I got.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for supporting us. We enjoy doing this. We love giving you guys content. We really hope you guys, stick through it with us through 2021. This I feel like we'll blow up this year, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh
So,
yeah.
because we got some big stuff coming Sunday. Because I mean, we're gonna be 2 days away from or 3 days, I guess, away from a president inauguration, and who
Oh
knows
yeah.
what's gonna happen over the
Yeah.
weekend.
Exactly. This is our year right here, bro. So yeah. Thank you guys. I'm about to go enjoy my birthday, and
Sure.
yeah. So this was a good one, bro. It's always good to chat with you, bro. Thank
Of
you.
course, man. We hope to see you guys in the next episode, but till next time.